companies that have business plans that fail because you've got to run with it. You got to have some salesmanship in you. You know, if you're very, very technical, I've seen, you know, I've tried to take some of my technical people and make them managers of other people. Bad mistake. Okay, because they focus on something and they don't see everything else that's going around. So these are things that you just kind of have to feel in your gut as you grow your company, and then you create your culture. You create your culture for your company that's best fitted for you, because everybody's different, you know. Another thing that we do, and again, because if you're the leader of your company, everybody looks at you. You are the example that they're following. And what we do with our customers to keep them, because they're so hard to, first of all, they're hard to find. And then if you lose them, they're hard to get back. And someone's going to take them, okay? I mean, someone's going to take them. So we do things a little bit differently. So like during Christmas, many years ago, we went and bought tamales. I went and bought tamales. You know, I went to a tamale house, I bought tamales. And I took them to my customers. They were hot. They were hot. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I stood in line to get the tamales. And I took them to them hot. Well, these are the executives of companies. And every year now, it's like they make time on their calendar when I'm going to come see them, because it's a party. No, seriously, it's a party. They're waiting for us to come. We go buy 150 dozen and take them to one of our large cars, and it's a party. But now it's on their calendar. That's a corporate culture that we created, that now the customer is experiencing, and that creates that bond. You got to create some sort of bond that keeps them. So it's that culture that you create. I've never heard of another company. So there was a company that came in behind us, and they brought pate and all this other stuff. And it wasn't stuff that, they were like, no, you know, bring us, and there wasn't stuff that they ate. So again, we found out kind of what they liked, and they got into it. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, that's, the question of when is it's a real tricky question. I think that, culture, I think, is something that just, and institutional sort of policies and creating rules and core values and these type of things. I think they're more appropriate for organizations when they start growing. It's folks like Michael Dell and Bill Gates and Steve Jobs that started a company and then were also with that company when it was a multi-billion-dollar company. So really, they're more anomalies than they are the rule. There's usually the founders will grow the company to a certain point, and then they just don't really have the skill sets, to manage like a large enterprise, lots of people. I mean, that's a whole different set of skill sets. And it's almost like a common thing in the venture world. They say that the CEO that's going to start the company is not going to be the one that's going to grow it from a 10